And welcome back, everyone, to the NFL Today, our hot topic exclusively for CBSSports.com, presented by Comcast. My guys' thoughts on this year's Pro Bowl selection.
Well, first of all, I want to congratulate Jason Taylor, guys, because he got in again.
Dan.
First of all, it's how could it be possible that not one player from the NFC South gets in the Pro Bowl? And 11 guys get in from the Cowboys. And when I look at this whole thing, a guy like Donald Driver, who's a guy who's a great football player for Green Bay. Yes, they are winning, but he's only has 2 touchdowns this year. And a guy like Marcus Colston, who's having a great year, doesn't get in at the Saints. So I think Colston should have got in.
And I got just along those same lines, a guy like Mario Williams, who leads the AFC with 13 sacks, and a lot of his production came late. I think it's a back Stan's point. They vote for this thing way too early. The only guy I have to mention is Joe Thomas. Joe Thomas, right now, the left tackle from the Cleveland Browns. I mean, Jonathan Ogden's a great player, but he probably played about half a year. Joe Thomas is one of the big turnarounds for the Cleveland Browns. The guy's sacked once every 39 times. He came in as a left tackle in the National Football League from day one. He deserved to be in a Pro Bowl.
And you're right, Mario Williams, but he wasn't even the first alternate. No. Matt Schobel up in Buffalo was the alternate over him. But I got an exception to Fred Taylor. How can Fred Taylor with the year he's had? Joseph Adai, I know what Joseph Adai has done. He ran really well, but he hadn't had a 100-yard game since he played in Week 8 against the New England Patriots. And Fred Taylor and what he's been able to do, how do you leave a guy? Now, he's going to get an opportunity to go for the simple fact Willie Parker got hurt. And you really don't want to go have good fortune because of someone else's misfortune, but I just can't see how Fred Taylor wasn't selected by the fans or his peers.
You know, you guys always are looking at the guys that don't make it. Now, we all understand that there are those stories, but how about T.J. Houshmandzadeh of the Cincinnati Bengals, who did make it and deserved to make it over his teammate Chad Johnson? You know, so many people were talking about a reputation and all this other stuff, and T.J.'s going to his first Pro Bowl, so congratulations to him. And then, Danny, I go back to your point. I do think that they end the voting way too early. Every year we get into the discussion that there are still a couple games left to play. And, you know, why not take those into account when you're making the votes? And that's why a guy like Marcus Colston probably would make it.
Well, guys, I don't think they have it too early because if you look at the NBA All-Star game, everybody has their All-Star game in the middle of the season. I mean, we're not playing this All-Star game until everything's over with. So if you wait, I don't really think it's going to change anything.
Well,
really
a lot like there's only a few games.
You only got 2 games. Exactly. You only got 2 games
What
left.
they need to do, guys, is they got to have coaches more involved in the voting, in my opinion, because they're the ones that are studying the opponents right now. They know and this is not just about coaches, but the fact is, offensive coaches vote for the defensive players. Defensive coaches vote for the offensive players. It would be the most objective voting there would be.
Just let the quarterbacks vote for everybody.
Right, that's exactly what we should be doing. The quarterback should be voting for everybody. I don't agree with Coach.
What else? What kind of answer would you expect?
Players play, coaches coach.
Did you coach a lot of those Pro Bowl games?
Yeah, unfortunately, too many of them, JB, because that's the loser of the AFC Championship game. So, yes, I coached in about 4 of those Pro Bowl games.
But a Super Bowl winner now and Pro Bowl talent up here. Thank you very much. All right, folks, be sure to catch us at noon Eastern every Sunday right here on the NFL Today.